Welcome to the Do the Impossible podcast. I'm Jason Dries. Don't forget to join me every Monday for a free mindset alignment. Go to mondaymindsetreset.com to sign up now. On today's episode, I've got Ryan with me today. Ryan's a little bit younger than I am. He's 28. He's a fellow GoBundance member. He's kicking some butt in Massachusetts. He's married. He's got a kid on the way who's looks like they're going to be due in December, which is when I'm born. So it's probably going to be an awesome kid. He also does multiple things. He's in roofing. He's in real estate development, cars, really cool cars collector, I'm guessing. What do you do with cars? Do you like cars?
Yeah, I'm growing a collection. We'll leave it at that for now.
Okay. Yeah. My hobby lately has been stuck on my side-by-side vehicle. So, but it's great to connect today, Ryan.
Yeah, you as well. I appreciate you having me on here. Thank you.
Yeah. So how can I support you today? It sounded like you're doing a lot of things. You're moving fast. You got a family, and I think there's some balance. You said to me a moment ago, you feel like you're doing everything. Why don't you expand a little bit more?
Yeah. So I really bootstrapped my way from zero to where I am in real estate. And then I recently started a roofing company with a partner, and, I've got a restaurant venture going on with another partner. And so I feel like I'm always working on, how do I make more money? How do I grow the businesses faster? How do I scale faster? And, when I'm not working, I feel like I should be working. I feel like it's this is not something that just I deal with. I've spoken to many people about this who are in the entrepreneur field, and a lot of them feel the same thing. But how to really continue to grow it as much as possible, because my mindset is, okay, well, the harder you work at something, the more you work, the harder you work, the more results you get, which has been true for me so far. But really trying to kind of put it all on the side for a little bit and just be present in other areas of life has been challenging.
And you're 28, and that's the time to work your butt off too.
Yeah, exactly.
So. And I hear and I understand the wanting more success, more hard work equals success, blah, 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 and I understand that. And I have clients who are your age and clients that are my age and clients that are older than me ask the same thing. How do I stop trying to chase something else? And if we start to look at kind of how success works, we can start to move you into a place of a little bit more alignment, because the point of view, or we can call it mindset, the point of view or the mindset you've been operating from is that if you're not working hard, success isn't going to happen. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
But is that actually true?
Probably not to the extent that I have believed it so far.
Right. Have you ever had a deal fall in your lap?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So I just never pin that on luck. To me, that's always, okay, a deal fell in my lap because I've been working so hard. Otherwise, it would have never happened in the first place. Or I would have never had the opportunity of that deal if I wasn't working hard somewhere else,
fair. But we could also pin that to, I get deals because it's just who I am and it's what I do.
Yeah.
So because what happens is we are conditioned when we grow up that, especially in this country, is it's, hard work. You want to be successful, work hard. And maybe not just this country, everywhere. You want to be hard, you want to be successful, work hard.
Yeah.
If you don't know what to do, work hard. So it's this work hard. Mm-hmm. And when we create success, we want more. And that's actually a different conversation, because that's more like satisfaction and fulfillment conversation. So that's actually a two-part question. But the first part is this belief that hard work creates success, mm-hmm. which is not true. Have you ever worked hard and not created success?
Yes, I would say yeah.
Yeah, right. I've spent I'm about 20 years older than you. So I've had times where I've worked for years and not hit success. So hard work. Let me share. Let's explore a new point of view. Hard work doesn't create success. What creates success is alignment with success. Mm-hmm. Hard work gives you more opportunities to get into alignment with success.
Makes sense.
Right. And it's almost what's alignment? Alignment is like when you get in your car, you never I doubt you start driving without alignment. Usually when you get in your car before you pull out of the driveway, you know where you're going. Right. Maybe in high school, we just start driving and then figure out. But for the most part, that's the best example of alignment. You're clear, you know exactly where you're going, you know how to get there, and that's the process. Yeah. And sometimes in business, we're not sure what the target is. So we start working, and sometimes we're in a phase of business where there really is no work to do because we're in a process, or we're waiting for things, or we're looking on leads, or market conditions, and we think we should be doing something. So literally we're just doing busy work when we could have just done nothing.
Yeah, bingo. Many times do I feel that. Yeah.
So what we want to start learning is alignment is success. Alignment with success creates success. Okay. Now, how do you know if you're in alignment? That's probably your next question, right? Yeah. Alignment is flow. It's naturally inspired actions. Like, it's the time where like you couldn't lose, and it was like bing, 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 and you woke up, you were full of energy, and it was automatic, and it was just deal, win, win, win. Like, you've had those. And then there's the other time when it's wake up, grind, force yourself to do it. It's like there's resistance in your movement and nothing works. Right? We've had both of those. And what I've figured out in my book, Do the Impossible, is really about teaching people how to operate this way, because I grew up going this way. I was a Tony Robbins coach, and I would crank the screws on everybody, and they would run really fast, and they would be okay with success. When you start to get in alignment with success, success happens faster. And basically the way that happens is that your actions you take, like hands, come from your mind. Your mindset controls your hands, and then your mindset is controlled by you, right? And as entrepreneurs, we think that hard work and action creates our reality, but that's actually backwards. It doesn't. Reality creates your action. Like, if you wake up and if you're happy, you'll have a happy mindset and happy actions. If you have a sad, you'll have sad mindset, sad actions. If you had an amazing deal, you'd have an amazing deal mindset, and you'll be on fire. If you just lost 3 deals and a big loss, then you're right. So that what I call your frame creates your mindset, creates your action. That's kind of like the model, right? And what happens is most people don't know that, so they're starting with action when they're out of alignment, and they're just working and working and working. The actual alignment process is actually very slow, very quick. It's a quick process. So it could be as simple as, before you start going, getting yourself into alignment, because the simple way to tell if you're in alignment or not is are you experiencing any doubt? If you are experiencing any doubt, like, here's my target, 1 deal, 50 grand, whatever that target is for the next 30, 90 days. If you're experiencing any doubt at all, you're out of alignment. If you're 100% certain I'm going to hit that, you're in alignment, right? So if you're looking at waking up every day and you're saying, well, if I don't work, I'm not going to be successful, that's coming from a mindset that says, I don't work, I won't be successful. That's coming from the frame that if I don't work, I won't be successful. And the frame is the version of reality that you're working in.
Okay.
And that has been true in your past. So your brain believes it because it's seen it. And what happens with us is our brains catalog everything, and then we live in the same container moving forward, when in fact you can find success like that. There's a million different ways. So the way we start to get out of this spot of always wanting more and hard work is to understand that alignment with success creates success, not the volume of work.
Okay.
Because I guarantee that if you could get 10 times the success working 1/10 the time, you'd do it in 2 seconds. You'd be like a microsecond.
100%. Right? Absolutely. Yeah.
So what that looks like in execution is, I am successful. I'm going to find more deals. And if my deal this quarter is, my targets in the business are this, we're going to hit those. I don't know how, but I'm not going to stop until we do. Like, that's a global perspective. Then you start taking action. That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is your response to this point of view? What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I think that for the most part, I do that. I'm a fairly positive human being. I feel like taking the right action sometimes can be a little bit challenging to hit a certain goal, whether it's, a money target or deal target or whatever it may be. I think more of it is me just trying to figure out what the hell is what I'm actually doing, right? Like, most of us wake up every day and it's like, okay, like, we don't have a boss telling us what to do. It's like, how do we do this? Like, how do we actually get from here to there? And so a lot of my day when it's not sending emails to, an attorney or, working with a lender, trying to get deals to progress or talking to employees. It's like, okay, like, what am I even doing? Like what am I actually even doing here? And how do I actually get to the next level?
Great question. Right. And that's a phase that entrepreneurs have to figure out.
Yeah.
Because I would say probably 30 to 40% of the things you think you need to do, you don't even need to do at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, in my business, Jason Drees Coaching, we sell one-on-one coaching, and I have a team of coaches. I also coach, and we also do group programs and things like that. And for the longest time, I'd been not sure what I should be doing. I'm like, do I need to work on the program? Do I need to work on one-on-one? Do I need to train my coaches? Do I need social media? And I'm just like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a while to figure this out. And I've been running this business for 10 years. I've had a team for 3. And it wasn't until like the past 6 months where I figured this out. Like, well, the core business I want is one-on-one coaching contracts. That's the core business I want, because I don't do that. My team does that. So that's less work for me. So that's the core business. And what actually creates coaching contracts is when people book introductory coaching sessions, right? Pretty simple.
Yeah.
And then I realized that instead of doing the social media and the team coaching and the webinars and all of this stuff, the only problem that I need to solve at this phase of my business is intro sessions.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Because if I can get the intro session number I want, the revenue, like one number, revenue goes up, the business grows, the other one goes down, right? So it's like, that's my obsession right there.
Yeah.
And once I figured that out, because once I solve that problem, all the other problems I can pay someone else to do them.
Yeah, exactly.
So it takes a little bit of like awareness and coaching to kind of figure out what your primary problem is and what you should be focused on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, we all know, like, I know what I need to be doing. What drives revenue is deals, right, in real estate. So all I really need to do is be locking up deals, whatever that may be, whether it's a development or a multifamily or a wholesale or a flip, whatever it is. That's really my main job. I think bridging the gap between focusing just on that and then everything else that happens in the business is really difficult to make the leap of just doing that. Because it's like you have to have enough income coming in to pay for everybody else to do all those other tasks, right? And until you have that, it's hard to step away from every other task that you have to do as a business owner. So I think bridging that gap has been a little bit challenging. Now that it's not so much a money thing, it's more of, okay, like, how do I actually drive more leads in and still have everything else flowing in the background? So I don't know. It's a challenging. So that's a different conversation, right? So how many people do you have? Are you in your businesses? How many people do you have working for you? So let's just use real estate. So in my real estate company, I have 5 people. And they're all doing, specific tasks.
Okay.
So bookkeeper, admin, stuff like that.
And how much are you still doing in that business besides deals?
I do. Like, if I don't do anything, nothing will happen.
Okay.
I mean, not like bookkeeping will happen, the lead generation will happen, but nobody will be able to go on appointments. Nobody will be able to lock up deals. Like, that's all on me.
Okay. So we need some better people. Like, this is actually this is like one of the major entrepreneur milestones, right? That in my experience, 90% of entrepreneurs don't beat. Now, GoBundance level entrepreneur is a slightly different breed, but I'm just saying of all the entrepreneurs I've coached over the past 10 years, 90% don't make it from me to we.
Mm-hmm.
Because the milestones I see as entrepreneurs is the first one is making your first dollar, then you replace your income and leave your day job, and then you replace yourself. Mm-hmm. Right. And then you duplicate it in other businesses.
Yeah.
So this phase of like replacing yourself is one of the hardest things, because it's a different thinking, because the phase before that is complete and total ownership of everything. That's how you get there.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get to that next phase, you have to start thinking differently, because complete and total ownership doesn't work.
What's really funny about that is so for the roofing company I have, I'm pretty much out of that for the most part. Like, and when I built that, with my partner, I built it knowing that I didn't want to do the day-to-day. And so, but for SPG, my real estate company, I feel like that's my thing and that's what I'm good at. So I am I'm the one doing it still. So yeah, I totally get what you're saying, because I've been doing that with the contracting business, but with actual real estate, whether it's development or fix and flip, like I'm the one there meeting the seller, because I kind of enjoy that, but at the same time, it's like, man, like I do everything, like I literally do everything. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, but how much do you want to do? Do you want to keep doing everything?
I don't want to do everything. I like that I'm very involved with it, because, the brand itself has been me, right? Like people know me as the real estate guy. I am the off-market deal finder in this area, right? That's what I do. And so for me to step away from that and have somebody else go and replace me in that role, I'm not saying that it would go down and spiral, but I sort of enjoy that to an extent. So I don't ever want to let that fully go. I like being involved in it a little bit. Transition over to the roofing, like I don't know a thing about roofing, right? Like I partnered with somebody who did. I'm really good at putting people in positions and, being a visionary. And so two totally separate businesses, two totally different roles.
So instead of, what if we made a simple shift in that, instead of being, I'm the off-market deal guy in this area, to I have the off-market deal finding team in this area?
Yeah. I mean, looks just as good. Sounds better.
So, because that's a different frame, right? That's a different point of view.
Yeah.
So if you had the off-market deal team, the best, you have the team for finding off-market deals in this area, what would you do differently in the next week?
I would have to bring in more employees. I mean, pretty simple, because, all the systems would have to be run by somebody, because there's no way I'd be able to handle, I wouldn't be able to handle it myself. So
are you good at creating systems?
I am, but I do not like doing it. It feels like a drag to me to sit there and build out a SOP and build out, it's like, I don't like it.
So that's a no.
That is a hard no.
I heard, I used to think the exact same thing. Like I can do it, until I actually met a real integrator, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like I literally, my brain just doesn't work that way. Your brain doesn't work that way either.
Yeah.
So we can also attribute you being in this spot to your lack of desire, interest, and ability of systematizing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So in systematizing it the other way, maybe your partner was good at systematizing. I don't know. But you may want to find a resource that did it. Like my entire business was systematized by a third-party integrator. And that started almost 2 years ago. Wow. And they still run half my operations.
Wow. Very interesting.
My entire hiring process, my SOPs, my payroll, my pretty much everything but marketing and content, they help build the infrastructure. They build me a custom CRM, my custom coaching platform that's built on Zoho, that's a custom JDC client interface, is all built by them.
So do they just come in and take a highlighted version of what you're trying to build, and then kind of integrate everything for you from there?
Yeah. And then so you could find an integrator who could drops in there. You throw them all the chaos, like, cause I threw all the chaos to my integrator, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. It's just like this shit everywhere. And they're like, oh, we'll put this here. And I was like, do you want us to hire too? Yeah. What do you? So they literally interviewed me to get the hiring needs after the SOPs. Then they did the hiring, and they did the first 2 steps of the qualification, and they gave it to me the last step of the hiring interview process.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds super ideal.
Yeah. But this is where let's use this conversation right now. Let's set a mental marker of July 17, 2023 at 12:26 in Central Time. That you realized that the next evolution is more about we than it is about me.
All right. I'm here.
Like,
I'm here for it.
Who is the we? Let's get the we. And also get yourself a coach too, because that'll help you focus. That'll help you stay on track, because you can have a conversation and conversations here, but to stay on track week to week on a monthly basis, the coach is the best way to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, man. Is this helpful?
Yeah, no, very helpful.
Okay. You good?
I'm good. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, great to connect today.
Yeah, you as well. This has been fun.
Awesome. And I'll see you at an event soon sometime, I guess.
All right. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks for watching the Do the Impossible podcast. I'm Jason Dries. To get your own experience of coaching, go to freeintrosession.com. And my team will give you a complimentary 30-minute introductory coaching session. Until the next episode, I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.